How's my makeup?
It's fine. It's really good.
Thank you.
Music has always been a big part of video games. It's a part of the atmosphere and makes a more full gaming experience. Elie is one of those who writes video game music and designs sound effects.
My name is Elie and I make music for media, documentaries and such, but also video games. I grew up playing video games all the time. My parents created a monster when I was not even old enough to read. A lot of games have a lot of songs that are like considered as important as the characters themselves or different kinds of symbols or whatever. People recognize games by their soundtracks and so forth. And obviously I was one of those people who was affected by music and games in that way. And I think I always knew in the back of my head that like making music for games would be like the coolest thing ever. I didn't realize that you could just go ahead and do that. I had to get there. I worked my way there, and now I am. How does music affect video games? I mean, in the same way it affects TV or movies or your daily life. Music has a very specific function in video games, especially because the music and sound effects in general are supposed to tell the player something. But as a player in a video game, you participate in what's occurring, and it doesn't have to be a story. It could just be like a board game in video game form, but you still expect audio cues to tell you what's happening. And sometimes it happens in the music, sometimes it happens just in sound effects, but in general it creates the atmosphere of the experience. Music is a big part of the atmosphere in a video game. Part of it is going to be visuals, and part of it is going to be the audio. And the rest of it is like gameplay and stuff like that. What I make in terms of audio has to fit the visuals. So what you see and what you hear, they have to marry each other. But it also has to be done in a specific manner. It has to be done such that it can loop. It has to be done such that it cannot that it won't clash with the sound effects. There are so many video game soundtracks that I absolutely love. I want to give a shout out to a game called Bastion, created by a company called Supergiant Games. The soundtrack is magnificent. The unique style of the game, the fun gameplay, the colorful nature of the game was also seen in its soundtrack. He even came up with like a genre name for it. He called it like acoustic frontier trip hop or something crazy like that. I can't remember exactly, but he came up with some weird genre name like that. But yeah, it's a soundtrack that stands out from other soundtracks. It's not just like an orchestral score. I'm a gremlin in disguise.